Alrighty, and we are live. What is up, everybody? Welcome to this week's episode of the podcast. Just getting everything set up, and we'll be ready to go. For everyone's day's going well, week's going well, weekend going well. Just getting set up here. There we go. All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to this week's episode of the podcast. Thank you so much for the support at this point. Very much appreciate it. Let's get right into it. So today's Immaculate Red. Astros born outside the U.S. 50 states, DC Silver Slugger, Angels, Nationals, and Pirates. Astros, Angels. Um, Astros and Angels. Nolan Ryan fits. I'm not going Nolan Ryan. He's up there, if not top answer. At least Bueno fits. 1%, I'll take that. Could have also used them for one. I'd say yes, 50 BC underratedly. Nationals, Astros. Will Harris comes to mind. 4%, I'll take that. Pirates, Astros. Tony Watson fits. Doug Drabeck fits. Derek Cole fits. Musgrove fits. Morton. No, I don't think Morton fits. I don't think Morton pitched. Lonnie Rodriguez, I think, pitched for the Pirates. 1%, I'll take that. Angels born outside U.S. 50 states and D.C. I don't know. Hey Siri, where is Ryan Zephyr John born? I know he's um. Oh, 1%, I'll take that. Nationals born inside the 50 state US born inside the US 50 states in DC. Um mm, National that fits. Soriano would fit. I'm trying to think. Amal Sanchez would fit. Out of curiosity, because he had a crazy enough season that I can think he would have done it. Does he fit here? He does. 1%, I'll take that. So yeah, I know he had like a 30-30 or 20-20 season for Nationals in like 06. And it did get him a Silver Slugger. And I think that's the only season he played with the Nationals. So wow. Oh, this random name came to mind. Let's go for this. 0.7%, I'll take that. Pirates born outside U.S. 50 states in D.C. I could go Felipe, but then again, he's controversial. I don't know if I really want to go that route. Could go Pedro Alvarez. Ensign Volquez. 0.2%, I'll take that. Angel Silver Slugger, Trout would be an obvious answer. Any chance Napoli would have done it? I know it was in Rangers Napoli, but like you're still somewhat good with Angels. I guess not that good. Sean Fans? Nope. 210. I'm gonna keep going though. Bobby Abreu? No. Rich. 3%, I'll take that. And then Pirate Silver Slugger. McCutcheon would be like an obvious one, but I don't want to go the obvious route. Van Slyke. Yeah, how about that? 6%, I'll take that. Tolrary scored 210. Top answers for each category. There we go. Angels Astros at 50% is Nolan Ryan. Nationals Astros at 37% is Randy Johnson. Astros Pirates 44% is Garrett Cole. Angels born outside U.S. 50 states and D.C. at 17% is Shohei Ohtani. Nationals born outside U.S. 50 states and D.C. at 17% is Juan Soto. And Pirates born outside U.S. 50 states and D.C. at 30% is Roberto Clemente. Silver Slugger for the Angels at 53% is Mike Trout. Nationals Silver Slugger at 37% is Bryce Harper. And Pirates net Silver Slugger at 40% is Andrew McCutcheon. Let's do Statpad game next. So the category is batting average, which is somewhat of an easier stat, but definitely not the most easy stats. Categories: Cardinals from 2000 to 2025, 2013 in the NL West, 2011 who played in the World Series, 2019 AL Central, and 2000 to 2025 Brave. 2011 played in the World Series. I'm pretty sure this guy's like was known for average in his day. And nope, that was a horrible answer. Michael Young, even that late in his career, really? Damn. Even like Napoli. I'll admit that's surprising. That was way off my guess. Okay. 2025. Albert, I don't know if he was really well, a kid with MVP. Yachty could be up there. Is Matt Carpenter maybe? I don't think Yachty was more fielding. Long? No horrible answer. Edgar Renteria would not have thought that. Okay, and Braves. Chipper wouldn't count. Andrew Jones could count. And then again, he was more defense power. Freddie could be maybe sneaky. Well, then he has an MVP, so it won't work. Ronald wouldn't work as MVP. Dansby? I'm not having a good day with this. Brian McCann. Huh. That's a real one again. 2013 NL West. Diamondbacks, Goldschmidt maybe. Rockies not Arenado. Dodgers are the only good team in this division that year. It could be Aegon. I think Kemp was injured this year. Hanley. Bacon. Ellis. Justin Turner. It's before Seager. Go Puig. I'll take that. Michael Kadire would not have thought he would be up there. 2019 AL Central. Well, Twins were all home runs. I mean, I guess maybe Luis Arias, but like again, they were all home runs. Isn't this the year Tim Anderson won the batting title, or is it a different year? I'm guessing it is if he's up there. Not my greatest day. 299 score was my score. I did beat the target score, but not my greatest day for Statpad. Now daily walk-off, which categories power and speed. Top 10 in homers for franchise, and 2010's top 5 in homers. And homers and stolen bases, and 2010's top 5 in homers and stolen bases. I'm doing the Guardians and Mets days. For the Guardians, players wise, Nap, LaJoy, Travis Hafner, Michael Brantley, Carlos Santana, Rajai Davis, Jason Kipnis, Terry Turner, Bill Bradley, Jose Ramirez, Francisco Lindor, and Manny Ramirez. Santana, Bradley, Kipnis, Turner, Manny, Rajai, and I guess Ramirez wouldn't be. Let's submit this and see how this goes. Well, I actually got the 2010 fully correct. Just flipped Manny and Knapp, and now fully correct. So fully correct answers for the Guardians. Franchise top 10 in homers, Manny Ramirez, Travis Hafner, Jose Ramirez. Franchise top 10 in stolen bases, Bill Bradley, Knapp, LaJoy, and Terry Turner. 2010's top 5 in homers, Jose Ramirez, Carlos Santana, Michael Brantley. And 2010's top 5 in stolen bases, Jason Kipnis, Francisco Lindor, and Rajai Davis. And for the Mets, same categories, different players. Jose Reyes, Darryl Strawberry, Daniel Murphy, Mookie Wilson, Michael Conforto, Curtis Granderson, Lenny Dykstra, Howard Johnson, Lucas Duda, Wally Backman, Francisco Lindor, and Eric Young Jr. So Reyes and Dykstra I could swap. Conforto, Backman I could swap. Murphy and Johnson I could swap. Those I could definitely swap. Conforto, Murphy, Lindor actually might not be here because he didn't come until the 2020s. I guess Eric Young Jr. Swap Murphy and Granderson, swap Lindor and Dykstra. Now fully correct. So full correct answer for the Mets. Franchise top 10 in homers. Dan Lindor's already up that high with the Mets. Francisco Lindor, Dale Strawberry, Howard Johnson. Franchise top 10 in stolen bases. Mookie Wilson, Wally Backman, Lenny Dykstra. 2010's top 5 in homers. Michael Conforto, Curtis Granderson, Lucas Duda. Top 5 in stolen bases in 2010s. Jose Reyes, Eric Young Jr., and Daniel Murphy. And that's it for daily walk-off and the games. It's now a weekly recap, which by the way, if you guys had missed it from last week, I was at a very special minor league baseball game last week or on Thursday. I was at Brooklyn Cyclones for a special promotional night that they had of people named Ben versus people named Chris. Now, the interesting thing I realized of why they chose those names is because it's literally two letters. The first two letters are the letters that are in their team initials, BC. Which I'm like, yeah, now I get why they chose those names. It wasn't random choices because it's reflective in their team initials. So, but it was a fun night. They had a whole thing of challenges, small interviews and stuff. So I even got to see people I knew. I didn't know that they were going to be there. Have a pretty good coach stand. Have a coach stand year round. Unlike last time I was there in 2021, where it was just for Jewish Heritage Night, and it was cool to be there. And then, of course, Sunday, over the weekend I was in Minnesota for SummerSlam. I had night 2, which that was a phenomenal experience. And the craziest moment that wasn't really expected, if you're not a WWE fan, was the return of a guy who had been out for 17 months due to neck injury. And no one is expecting him to come back for this match, especially because it was only supposed to be one-on-one. Then the general manager comes out and is like, we're adding another person who ends up being heel Hardy. He's had a whole bunch of world title shots, and everyone's going like, oh boy, here we go. But then he's like, no, I never said it was only going to be a 3-way. It's be fatal 4-way. And when his music hit, I thought the roof was about to come off US Bank Stadium. Which, by the way, US Bank Stadium is one of the best stadiums in the NFL I've seen in person, which I have not seen that many. But of the ones I've seen, that's one of the best I've seen. I'll give Vikings credit. But yeah, phenomenal experience now back home. And yeah, that's that story. So let's get into it. So, weekly recap. So going back to July 29th, The Orioles beat the Tigers 10-9 in 12 innings. Skubal strikeout swinging of Tyler Ward in the first inning, his 1,000th career strikeout in 857 career innings pitched, which is the fifth fewest innings pitched, 1,000 strikeouts in career behind Aroldis Chapman 602 and a third, Billy Wagner 757 and 2/3, Robbie Ray's 810 and Blake Snell 820 and 2/3, and ahead of Chris Sale's 872. Along with Spencer Torkelson's game-tying two-run homer in the 11th, is it being his 100th homer of his career, makes the Tigers the fourth team in MLB history have both by different players in the same game, joining June 1st, 2006, Oakland Athletics' Mark Kotsay homer, Barry Zito strikeout, June 9th, 1983, Cubs' Jay Johnston, Dick Ruthven, and July 4th, 1979, Dwight Evans and Mike Torres of the Boston Red Sox. Giants beat the Brewers 16-3. Daniel Suzak's two-homer game is his first two-homer game of his career, making him the eighth player to hit first two homers in the same game in Giants history, behind May 12, 1985, Jim Gott, September 6, 1972, Gary Matthews, April 30th, 1961, Joe Pagan. One thing I just have to fix here. There we go. July 7th, 1949, Dave Kloslow. September 23rd, 1939. Jeez, I'm like typing here. Babe Young. April 24th, 1934, Hal Schumacher. May 16th, 1924, Bill Terry. Andrew Vaughn's 1 inning, 3 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, 1 strikeout marks the first pitching appearance for him since May 19th, 2018 for the College Cal against Creighton. That's it for July 29th. For July 30th, the Twins beat the Royals 4-3. Cody Clemens walk-off grand slam homer in the ninth after down 3-0, clutch 3 runs, which is the first such walk-off grand slam in Twins history. Of 17 walk-off grand slams down 3 runs since 1988. The Twins is the first team Carpenter is the first to come on an 0-2 pitch. Twins is also the first team in MLB history to break up a no-hitter hit bin in the 7th inning or later. Noah Cameron 8 no-hit innings, and Lucas Erceg got 2 outs in the 9th before Royce Lewis single that started the game-winning rally. End that game with a walk-off grand slam. Carpenter is also with the third walk-off grand slam in MLB history by a team joining. Twins was the third walk-off grand slam in MLB history by a team down 3 after 2 outs and nobody on in that inning, joining July 28, 2001 Pirates' Brian Giles down 7 with 2 outs and no one on, and September 27, 2011 Ryan Roberts down 5. With this being Derek Shelton's birthday, Twins is the second team in MLB history with a walk-off grand slam on a manager's birthday, joining Jose Altuve on Dusty Baker's 72nd birthday on June 15, 2021. But Reds beat the Pirates 3-2. LA Cruz's 3-double, 2 stolen base game, makes him the first Reds player to do so in a game since 1898, and second MLB player to do it in the last week since Ryan Kreidler on July 26th. For that, I'm just gonna I not write that properly. That's it for July 30th. For July 31st, White Sox beat the Rays 6-1. Junior Caminero solo homer in the 4th, makes him his 30th this season and marks back-to-back 30 homer seasons. At 23 years and 26 days old, making him the 6th youngest player with back-to-back 30 homer seasons by age on day of the second 30th, behind 2004 to 2005, Mickey, 22 years, 243 days old. 2001 to 2002, Albert Pujols, 22 years, 223 days. 1929, 1930, Jimmy Fox, 22 years, 287 days. 1953 to 54, Eddie Matthews, 22 years, 299 days. And 2011 to 2012, John Carlos Stanton, 22 years, 301 days. Mutaka Murakami solo 2-run homer in the 3rd. Paul Cole Montgomery's 2-run homer in the 6th. It marks the 9th time they both homered in the same game this season, which is the one behind the White Sox record of 10 by 2023 Luis Robert Jr. and Jake Berger, 2006 Jim Thome, Jermaine Dye, and 2003 Frank Thomas and Carlos Lee, and behind MLB record of 16 by 2002 Rangers Rafael Palmeiro and Alex Rodriguez. Along with Miguel Vargas, solo home run in the first marks the fifth time this season. All three homers in the same game. That's most for any teammate trio in a season since 1900. 10th instance, joining 2019 Dodgers Bellinger, Seager, Jock Peterson. 2018 Dodgers Cody Bellinger, Max Muncy, Jock Peterson. 2016 Orioles Manny Machado, Mark Trumbull, Chris Davis. 2005 Cubs Ramos Ramirez, Derek Lee, and Jeremy Burnett. 2004 White Sox Robin Ventura, Jose Valentin, Paul Konerko, Joe Crede. 2002 Yankees, Robin Ventura, Alfonso Soriano, Jason Giambi. 1994 Jay Buhner. 1982 Twins, Gary Ward, Gary Gaetti, and Tom Bernansky. And 1953 Brooklyn Dodgers, Duke Snyder, Gale Hodges, and Carl Furillo. Tigers beat the eighth 13-1. Max Clark 3-hit, 2-double game. Makes him the third player to do so in Tigers history in MLB debut. Joining April 25th, 1987 Billy Beane. And March 26th of this season, Kevin McGonigal. Tigers is the first team since 1900 to have two such debuts in one season. Red Sox beat the Dodgers 94. Shohei Ohtani's go-ahead two-run homer in the fifth is his 123rd homer with the Dodgers in 3 seasons with the Dodgers, which is tied for fourth most homers in the first 3 seasons with the franchise behind Mark McGwire's 159 as the Cardinal, A-Rod's 156 as the Ranger, and Babe Ruth's 148 as the Yankee, and tied with Chris Davis of the A's and Roger Maris the Yankees. Red Sox won 21-4 in July with the 840 win percentage is the highest in a calendar month in Red Sox history, minimum 15 games. They're also the first team in MLB history to enter calendar month 10-plus games under 500 and leave 7-plus games over 500. Only 2 other teams have entered 10-plus under and exited 2 over, and that is July 2019 San Francisco Giants and August 1996 Boston Red Sox. That's it for July 31st. For August 1st, Braves beat the Nationals 8-3. Madison solo run in the first back-to-back with Ronald Acuna Jr. is the 776th homer of the Braves in 5 seasons with the Braves, which is second most homers in the first 5 seasons with Braves in their history, behind Eddie Matthews 190 and had Hank Aaron's 140, Bob Horner's 138, and Wally Burger's 135. Rockies beat the Royals 12-6. Hunter Goodman's 2-homer game is his 6th this season, which is tied for second most in the season in the Rockies' history, behind 2000 and Todd Helton, 1997 Larry Walker, and 1996 Andres Galarragos 8, and tied with 2015 Carlos Gonzalez, 1999 Todd Helton, 1995 and 98 Manny Castillo. Tigers beat the A's 8-6. Kevin McGonigal's leadoff homer in the third pitch of the game, and Max Clark's two-run homer in the sixth makes them the first Tigers teammates 21 years or younger to homer in the same game in Tigers history. That's it for August 1st. For August 2nd, Braves beat the Nationals 4-2. Madison's 894th consecutive game going back to May 2nd, 2021, which is his 9th longest streak in MLB history, behind 1982-98 Cal Ripken Jr.'s 2.632. 1925-1939, Lou Gehrig's 2.130. 1960-1925, Everett Scott 1.307. 1975-1983, Steve Garvey's 1.207. 2000-2007, Miguel Tejada's 1.152. 1963-1970, Billy Williams 1.117. 1922-1930, Joe Siebel's 1.103, and 1952-57, Stan Musial's 8.95. That's it for, Guardians beat the Diamondbacks 5-0. Gavin Williams 10 strikeouts and 1 walk, works 5 straight outings of 10 plus strikeouts and 1 or less walks in 5 straight outings, tied for the second longest such streak in MLB history since 1900, behind 2016 Clayton Kershaw 6, and tied with 2018 Chris Sale. Reds beat the Pirates 10-2. Sal Stewart's solo homer in the first is his 24th this season as a rookie, which is tied for the second most by a Reds rookie in a season since behind 1956 Frank Robinson's 38, and tied with 2008 Joey Votto. Angels beat the Brewers 3-0. Jamie Brazarowski's 10 strikeouts is his 10th game with 10 plus strikeouts. That's the most in the season in Brewers history. That's it for August 2nd. For August 3rd, the Cardinals beat the Yankees 13-7. Alec Carlson's 3-homer game is the first visiting player with a 3-homer game at Yankee Stadium since May 9th, 2023. Oakland A's is Jordan Diaz. He's the first National League player with a 3-homer game at Yankee Stadium since 1997, and only 2 NL 3-homer games versus the Yankees prior, both at home, being September for the other team. September 12th, 2021, Francisco Lindor of the Mets, and June 27th, 2011, Chris Izzy of the Nationals. Luis Garcia Jr.'s go-ahead two-run homer in the 7th makes him the second player in Yankees history with a go-ahead homer and the 7th or later in Yankees debut, joining September 7th, 1974, Red Sox Alex Johnson solo home run to break the 1-1 tie, top 12 in Fenway Park. Giants beat the Rangers 5-1. Luke Webb 6 shutout innings pitches is 23rd in his career, which is 4th most in San Francisco Giants history since 1976, behind Tim Lincecum's 40, Madison Bumgarner's 36, and Matt Cain's 34, and passing Jason Schmidt and Barry Zito 22. As if for August 3rd, for August 4th, Yankees beat the Cardinals 2-0. George Lombard Jr. home run the 5th at 21 years and 63 days old. Is the 3rd youngest player in Yankees history to homer in his major league debut. Older than September 1st, 2023, Jason Dominguez, 20 years, 206 days old. And May 17th, 1969, John Ellis, 20 years, 269 days old. And the Tigers beat the Mariners 8-0. Tigers have scored 8 plus runs in 6 straight games, tied for the longest streak in Tigers history with 1922 and 1927. Let's see if their game's gone. Finals even started yet today. Their game is not started yet, so we don't know if that streak extends or not. But that's it for the most part. Standings update, not including today's games. Starting with the AL East, Rays in first place at 67-46, followed by 61-50 Yankees, followed by 61-51 Red Sox, followed by 55-58 Orioles, followed by 53-61 Blue Jays. In the AL Central, the White Sox in first place at 59-53, followed by the 57-57 Guardians, followed by the 56-58 Twins, followed by the 59-58 Tigers, followed by the 47-67 Royals. In the AL West, the Astros first place at 58-56, followed by the 56-58 Rangers, followed by the 55-59 Mariners, followed by the 45-68 A's, followed by the 43-70 Angels. And then East, the Braves in first place at 68-45, followed by the 61-53 Phillies, followed by the 58-56 Marlins, followed by the 55-60 Nationals, followed by the 48-66 Mets. And then Central, the Brewers in first place at 7-43, followed by the 65-49 Cubs, followed by the 57-58 Pirates, followed by the 56-58 Cardinals, followed by the 54-58 Reds. And in the NL West, the Dodgers in first place 69-45, followed by the 16-55 Diamondbacks, followed by the 59-55 Padres, followed by the 48-66 Giants, followed by the 45-69 Rockies. And that's it for standings update. And that was for today's games that are currently going on or that have not started yet. As for the ones that have gone final, Blue Jays beat the Astros 5-4-10. Cubs beat the Dodgers 7-6. Rangers beat the Giants 6-0. And the Rays beat the Rockies 4-0. Games that are starting to get ready to start. Angels and Orioles, Reed Detmers against Tyler Rogers. Mets Guardians, Tanner Scott against Tyler BITBE. And A's at Reds, Jacob Lopez against Rhett Louders. For the games that haven't started yet and will be starting soon, or at some point tonight. Nationals Phillies at 6:40, Jake Irvin against Andrew Painter. Cardinals and Yankees 7:05, Andre Palante against Will Warren. White Sox at Red Sox at 7:10, Sean Burke against Sonny Gray. Marlins and Braves at 7:15, and Yuri Perez against Bryce Elder. Twins at Royals at 7:40, Dean Kramer's Twins debut if he got traded at the deadline against Noah Cameron. Pirates and Brewers at 7:40, Paul Skeens against Kyle Harrison, and Padres Diamondbacks 9:40, Casey Mize's Padres debut against Mitch Bratt, and Tigers and Mariners at 9:40, Drew Anderson against Brian Wu. And that's it for this episode of the podcast. Thank you for watching, listening, if you're new on YouTube, leave a like, subscribe on the video, try to subscribe on the I'm a fan of the video. If you're new in audio, follow the podcast, leave a review, hit up the give, show when I post on there. Thank you for watching, listening. I'll see you next week's episode 221. Bye-bye.